once again before you to present my views on one of the most complex topics in Carnatic classical music, namely Pallavi singing. Pallavi perhaps is the most challenging aspect of Carnatic classical music. It can be called the crest jewel of that very gem, the very essence, because it combines in itself the precision in laya, just articulation of sahitya, proportion, rich imagination, and above all, a sense of aesthetics which has to be emphasized. Otherwise, it just remains as an intellectual exercise if it does not combine in itself all these finer aspects. It demands utmost scholarship and in-depth knowledge of all the technicalities of this fine art, namely music, from a musician. Usually in a concert it is sung in the latter part, so that by then the artist is fairly settled. And the Pallavi is so called, there are several interpretations of the nomenclature Pallavi. Pada, Laya, Vinyasa. It has Pada, text, Laya is very important, of course, no doubt about it. And Vinyasa is the Vistara, or the elaboration of the same. That, of course, is in Kritis also. What is special about Pallavi? Padagarbhantu Pallavi. So the crux of Pallavi is the Padagarbha, that is the joining part of the former and the latter halves of a Pallavi. Pallavi is nothing but the elaboration of a meaningful line of Sahitya, soaked in Ragabhava, making use of all the Gamakas along the melody mount, developing it gradually in stages set to one of the Suladi Talas. Usually, there are other Pallavis also, but initially, to begin with, we have to think of Pallavis in the Suladi Talas, which has, as I said earlier, a joining point, which is called the Padagarbha, or in the North Indian music it is called the Sam. It is a finality given to the first part of the Pallavi, which runs in the first anga of the Tala, first part of the Tala, and it falls on the beginning, at the beginning of the second anga, usually. We do come across rarely the Padagarbha falling at other places also. And normally it is just one Padagarbha in a Pallavi, and not rarely we come across more than one Padagarbha in a single Pallavi. So these are all exceptions, special cases. I am not going to illustrate and demonstrate all of them because again, this is an unfathomable ocean. The more deep you delve into it, the more possibility of getting precious gems out of it. And improvisations and research has been going on since a very long time. Since the time it was introduced, as the history tells us, perhaps by Pachimiliyam Adipaya about 200 years ago. He hails from Karnataka. And from then on it has been practiced assiduously by artists of great caliber and composers, none less than Shyama Shastri. The Pallavi, as I said, Padagarbha is the most important part of it, the structure of the Pallavi. The former part runs up to the if there is, if we consider it as an Aditala, simplest, the Laghu, it falls here at the beginning of the Dhruta. Dhruta is turning the palm after one Ghata, and another Dhruta follows it in the Aditala. So the other part, connecting it to the beginning, is called the Uttaranga or Uttarartha of the Pallavi. The treatment of Pallavi after the elaborate Niravali, it is preceded, as I have already told you, by an elaborate Ragalapana, leisurely Ragalapana. Perhaps La in Pallavi, according to me, stands for leisurely treatment. La is leisurely, that is why it is stressed. You should not be in a hurry when you are singing a Pallavi. Leisurely elaboration of the Alapana, then a Tanam, to which you have already been introduced by me the other day, and then the Pallavi is taken up. I cannot say that Sahitya is not important. Sahitya is important as far as the meaning of it is concerned. It must always be meaningful. It must have something by way of message to pass on. Of course, there are several humorous Pallavis also. Just, of this thing. Humorous Pallavis also. I'm not putting the Tala even because it's only for fun that we can have such Pallavis. And it is, it is challenges. When in a friendly chat, you can just challenge the other musician by it is a very brilliant pastime also. It can serve as a beautiful pastime. Perhaps to the understanding of the foreign scholars here, Ambode Modi Sapdalam Murku means it's all eats, different eats mentioned there. You can eat it with your nose. So this cannot form the Sahitya of a serious Pallavi. This cannot form the text of a serious Pallavi. So a serious Pallavi must have a meaningful line of Sahitya which is developed stage by stage, gradually by way of Niravali, for which a lot of inspiration has been provided to us by the Sangatis of the composition introduced by Saint Tyagaraja. Then the Kalpanaswaras, to which you have already been introduced by the other scholar. Variety of Kalpanaswaras can embellish the Pallavi. And Pallavi is especially distinguished from the other forms of Krutis by its being carried out in different kalas, tempos, in progression and in reverse. The Tala is kept constant and the Pallavi is sung twice in an avarta or 4 times in an avarta or takes 2 avartas in the lower speed to complete once. So these are some of the ways in which the kala is changed. The variation in the tempo, the variation in the kala is done.